we're back with Trip Mitchell and Holly Love, and we have a little bit of news you can use, don't we, Trip?
Okay, this one is a little crazy.
A little crazy? You think it's crazy?
Here's my philosophy. You should get married as a couple alone. Marriage is not a participation sport. Why don't you go and read
Let me explain.
This is up in Ogden.
This is up in Ogden. 21 couples got married all at the same time, walked down the aisle by Pastor Espinoza at the...
Wait. 21 couples? How did they get down the aisle? You're supposed
They just walked down in a big processional. It was really lovely. And it's the Rivers of Living Waters Church. And what it really was, it was a lot of couples, and the majority of them were couples that were going to get a divorce. So they were renewing their vows. And what Pastor Espinoza offers is a chance at learning how to bring your families back together when you're on the brink of destruction. And people come from all over the place, Wyoming, all over Utah, Idaho, to learn from this guy. So he's really doing a good thing. It's kind of cool.
Do you think that people who do this maybe are a little weak-minded?
Group wedding or go and try to save their family?
No. Saving their family is a good thing.
Okay.
But these people who want to be in a group...
We're for that, Trip. Remember, we talked about it.
Family values. But don't you think these people are a little weak-minded that they have to be in a group?
I don't know that they had to. I think he's just doing this for everybody, almost like a graduation ceremony. They've gone through this program with him.
Who goes down the aisle first? How do you do this?
You probably draw straws.
Now, having never been married, I don't know how this stuff works. So the poor groom has to go down and stand up in the front of the church, right?
Not in this one. They all just went down together.
What happens when your wife doesn't come down?
Well, then you just move out of the way and go, I guess it's not my time.
Do you think every potential husband's nervous that the wife's going to chicken out?
I don't know. I've never been a potential husband.
Well, just think about it. You're down there, you're waiting, and all of a sudden you're looking at your watch, and everyone's looking at you.
You know, I'd be late, so.
You would be late. There's no question about it. So
I'd probably
if 22 couples are getting married, 21 and a half couples be waiting for Holly to show up late.
No, it's not that bad.
Were you late to your own wedding?
No, I wasn't late to my own wedding. Actually, Matthew was a little late. Don't tell him I said so.
Did he try to chicken out?
No. He was actually running around doing stuff that we didn't get to that I wanted done. It was very sweet. It was a sweet thing, trying to make it all perfect and all of that kind of stuff.
So if you see 22 couples out at Denny's afterwards, you know that
you know what happened. There was just an Espinoza wedding. Yeah, they were totally decked out.
Where you go to a tux shop and say, I need 22 tuxes? I mean, how does that?
I think they went on their own, but it was very sweet.
Any light blue tuxes?
I didn't see any, but I think that if you ever get married, that's what you should wear.
Okay.
You'd be fantastically cute in a light blue cut tux.
I'll be perfect in that situation.
Okay, so you have some politics you want to talk to me?
Well, we had a chance in a earlier show to talk to Steve Handy, who is a legislator from up in Layton.
Yeah.
And he's in the 16th district in the Utah House of Representatives.
Great guy.
He was talking about a proposal that he had to get all the diesel, old, crummy buses off the streets and replace them with energy-efficient, non-polluting buses. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, the governor couldn't come up with the money to make this happen. And this has got to be a priority. I think that, I don't want to go on a soapbox here.
You're a huge supporter of this, clean air.
But because of our geography, where we've got the Wasatch Mountains directly to the east and the Oquirrhs directly to the west, if we don't have a north-south airflow,
we're in trouble.
This valley is horrible. And I can remember watching TV 2 years ago before I moved back up. And I was looking at Beijing, or so I thought. Mm-hmm. It was just horrible, and I found out it's Salt Lake City.
Isn't that, well, I've been in LA, which is, supposed to be horrific pollution, which it is. I'm not saying it's not. And I came here, and when I'd come home for Christmas and such, I'd be like, oh my gosh, I mean, it is really, really bad.
And we're, by far and away, on most measures, one of the healthiest states in the country, less drinking, less smoking. But yet, if we don't do something and we don't make the air pollution issue a priority, what are we doing to our kids? And especially when you see people out, athletes out wearing masks, and I see people at the gym wearing masks on tough days, and everything else we do espouses health, family values. We have to do whatever it takes, and it's going to cost some money, and it's going to be difficult. But air pollution is the one thing that stands between the state of Utah having the best quality and best healthy lifestyle and being just another Mississippi.
Yeah, well, hopefully there are some solutions like this and more of them to come.
And the legislature is doing a good job because they're doing cross-party, multi-party, Democrats, Republicans. When it comes to clean air, there's no party you belong to. It's just doing the right thing for the state of Utah. When we come back after the short break, we're going to learn about someone who did the right thing throughout his career, Larry Scott, a paradigm of value and someone who literally invented the bodybuilding craze. We'll learn more about Larry when we come back. You're watching Talk Utah right here on Comcast.